Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A section of South Nile Avenue from Grant Road to Southeast 3rd Street will be closed soon for intersection work. Free citizenship classes are coming to 2 North Central Washington Library locations. We'll tell you where. And more nice weather is on tap for Saturday with just a shower or 2 possible on Super Bowl Sunday. Your local forecast is coming up. One man is in custody and suspected of starting the fire that scorched a Wenatchee construction business on Thursday. Wenatchee police say they arrested the 49-year-old suspect yesterday afternoon, about 12 hours after the fire was reported at 611 South Wenatchee Avenue. Firefighters were able to save the building and most of the contents from the fire, which was human-caused and started on the outside of the building. No criminal charges have yet been filed, but police say they'll seek 1 count of second-degree arson. Chelsea Ewer is the latest member to join the Wenatchee City Council. She was sworn in last night ahead of her first council meeting. Ewer is operations director for the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce. She was one of 9 applicants to represent City Council District 2 after Mike Poyer left the seat to become mayor. The council voted to appoint Ewer to the seat last week. Chelan County District Court Judge Alan Blackman administered the oath of office. A 29-year-old motorist is accused of injuring another man in a vehicle collision and then fleeing the scene in East Wenatchee. Rodrigo Torres Morales faces a possible charge of hit and run. East Wenatchee police say the 2 men were in the parking lot of a convenience store in the 1600 block of Grant Road and got into an argument. Torres then allegedly rammed the other man's vehicle with his own SUV, which caused the parked vehicle to strike the victim. That man was taken to Confluence Health Hospital for treatment, and Torres allegedly drove away from the scene. Police arrested him at his home shortly afterward. The section of South Nile Avenue from Grant Road to Southeast 3rd Street will be closed soon from February 19th through March 15th. The scheduled closure is occurring to allow Selland Construction to install buried utilities, including an irrigation main upgrade and general intersection improvements as part of the Maryhill East subdivision. That's along South Nile Avenue and Southeast 2nd Street. There will be a signed detour and local access will be available. When we come back, highway crews wrestled a massive boulder into submission earlier this week on Highway 2 west of Leavenworth. And the price of a home in the Wenatchee real estate market continues to slowly go down, with the price in January down 4% compared to January of 2023. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous farmers market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets. It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
The day after I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
Free citizenship classes are coming to 2 North Central Washington Library locations. In partnership with nonprofit Hand in Hand Immigration, the Pershaston and Moses Lake Libraries will offer citizenship classes on Tuesday evenings. Classes will be offered in both English and Spanish, where students can practice for their citizenship test. All classes will be taught by hand-in-hand volunteers, and all official USCIS teaching materials are provided for free. Classes at the Moses Lake location begin at 5 p.m. and then at the Peshastin location, classes begin at 5:30 p.m. Highway crews wrestled a massive boulder into submission earlier this week on Highway 2 west of Leavenworth. The vehicle-sized rock blocked one entire lane early Tuesday in Tumwater Canyon, but traffic was minimal, and Department of Transportation crews were able to first move the boulder off the roadway. An avalanche control team then used explosives to crack it into pieces for easier removal. The Highway 2 roadbed was not damaged. The price of a home in the Wenatchee real estate market continues to slowly go down, with the price in January down 4% compared to January of 2023. Pacific Appraisal Associates reports the median sales price of a home in the Wenatchee market last month was $480,000. That compares to January of last year when the price was $500,000. Total home sales were up a whopping 24% compared to last year, with 51 sold in January of this year compared to 41 in January of last year. However, active home listings last month was at 91. That's down 17% compared to January of 2023 when 110 homes were listed. The Wenatchee market consists of Wenatchee, Malaga, East Wenatchee, Orondo, and Rock Island. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we bring you the last of the 10 hopefuls competing for Apple Blossom Royal Court tomorrow night. Tonight, we'll introduce you to Eastmont's Ella Stimmel. We will see a nice start to our weekend tomorrow with possible showers on Super Bowl Sunday. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Well, the countdown is almost over. Tomorrow night, starting at 6 p.m., you can find our coverage of the 2024 Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant. That's on air right here and streaming live on our Facebook page. Tonight, we bring you the last of the 10 hopefuls competing for Royal Court. NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz spoke with Eastmont High School senior Ella Stimmel.
I got a letter saying, you're a senior, you can run for Apple Blossom. And I had friends who'd done it before, and I thought, oh, this is really, really cool, but I don't know how it will work with school, but I'm gonna go to the mandatory meeting just because I wanna make sure I give myself that option after I find out everything I can. And then after the mandatory meeting, I was like, Mom, Dad, I really wanna try this. And they said, okay, we're ready to support you and help you in any way we can. And then I made it to top 10, which was an awesome surprise.
What was that like backstage at the PAC just a few weeks ago when all 28 of you or whatever are behind the curtain and they start calling out the names? one by one.
It was such an amazing energy. Everyone's so excited and nervous, and we're all holding hands and waiting to hear our names. And I'll admit, there were 2 spots left when I got called, and I thought, oh, it's not going to be me. Oh no! And then they said Ella Simmel, and I was like, oh my goodness, and freaked out a little bit before heading out. And it was such a surreal experience, and it felt so good to know that even though they didn't make it, there were so many girls who were so happy for me and cheering me on.
And now it's been this whirlwind.
Yes.
Since then. I mean, your days are packed around your personal schedule. You still got school, you got other things you got to do. And now you're doing public appearances all over the place, learning what it takes to be a poised young woman. Have you grown a lot? I mean, how much have you changed from all the way back from November 6th to now? How much have you changed? Or grown, if you will?
That's such a great question. I think it's hard to say how I've grown, but I know I have. I just feel more confident because I have so much more experience doing things that are really out of my comfort zone, like giving a 3-minute speech and praying that I don't mess it up, or having to talk about myself on TV. It's scary, but I feel so much more confident in myself and know that I can do this.
You like the other 9 girls?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love them all so much. They are so sweet and kind, and I'm just so excited to get to work with them more and have had such an amazing time becoming friends with them.
So Saturday, February 10th, all day, from beginning to end, you have breakfast, and then that process begins. You're going to be judged by judges, by people who are well compensated and they're professional and they know what they're doing. And you're going to be judged all day on almost everything. Are you ready for that? Are you prepared to be judged?
I think so. I think especially in this day and age, you're being judged a lot. And I know, like, when I'm talking to my teachers, I know they're paying attention to who I am and what I want. And now it's just official that I know I'm being judged instead of just this unspoken. So I feel ready and I'm so excited.
And then, of course, pageant night. Yes, it's a pageant, but it's also a show.
Yeah.
You know, people pay good money and they want to be entertained. You're going to be up there dancing and doing all kinds of cool stuff. So is that something you're comfortable doing?
I am actually. I used to do theater a lot, and I love to perform. I did dance, so they said we got to learn to dance, and I was so excited. I was ready for that, and I get to wear a fancy dress, which who doesn't want to go on stage looking their absolute best in a fabulous outfit? So I'm so excited for this opportunity to perform and really get to show who I am.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. What a nice way to end our work week, wasn't it? Once again, some sunshine out there, lots of blue skies, just a few scattered clouds out there today. All in all, it was nice with temperatures again unseasonably mild. Beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. And I'd mentioned it got warm, and boy, did it ever. 46 degrees our afternoon high today. That's an unofficial high temperature. 40 is where we should be now for our normal high. 55 is our record, and that was set in 1998. 36 for about the 4th day in a row. Our overnight low temperature, 27 is where we should be, and our record cold, 8 degrees above zero, and that was set in 1985. Sunrise 7:16, and the sun set this afternoon at 5:15. All right, let's get you into tomorrow's temperatures, kicking off our weekend. Not bad, just slightly above normal for almost all of us. 43 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 42 in Quincy and Wenatchee, and we'll see 42s all the way up through Eniat, Chelan, and into Omak. Low 40s for Leavenworth and Cashmere. Lake Wenatchee, the cool spot, but still not bad for this time of year. Your high temperature tomorrow at 38. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies, still a nice ridge over the Pacific Northwest. We'll call tonight's low seasonal with low temperatures right around 30 degrees, so we're going to break that 36-degree overnight low trend that we've been seeing. For Apple Blossom Pageant on Saturday, should be beautiful. Mostly sunny skies and mild. We'll see high temperatures in the afternoon tomorrow, somewhere into those low 40s. But look what's lurking off the coast of British Columbia and Washington. That is going to slide into southern British Columbia on Super Bowl Sunday. That'll bring us a decent deal of clouds throughout the day and just that chance chance for some scattered showers. Most of the wet stuff will be in western Washington. Going to warm up just slightly on Sunday, too, with highs in the low to mid 40s. Getting you ready for the next work week. Monday, mostly sunny skies. We're going to warm up a little bit. High temperatures on Monday, getting back into those mid 40s. And then for Tuesday, we'll see sunny skies once again. Boy, all up and down the west coast, just sunshine. Going to be a nice day on Tuesday with highs again slightly above normal into those low 40s for Wednesday. Another area of storminess ready to move in, and this one, it's got a lot of wind involved with it as well. It's going to bring us cloudy skies, a 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. High temperatures will cool back to right about 40 degrees with that shower activity. And then by the end of our forecast on Thursday, mostly cloudy skies. Check out the size of this storm that's moving in at the end of next week. We'll see a 20% chance of rain on Thursday, high temperatures in the low 40s. But with the size of this storm, our chances of rain going way up by the time we get into next weekend. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 29 overnight tonight, so that's about where we should be for this time of year. Sunshine and 42 for Saturday, scattered showers for Super Bowl Sunday and 43 degrees, and then a couple of nice days on Monday and Tuesday, mostly sunny Monday and 46. Sunshine for Tuesday with a high of 42, and then that big storm begins to move in on Wednesday. We'll see cloudy skies, a 60% chance of rain and 40 with scattered showers Thursday. High temperatures then 41 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, I'll have a look at tonight's sports report as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find them?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Lake Chelan Sports is the place to find top brands like Hoka, Ons, Patagonia, and now a full line of Warrior products. With excellent customer service, Lake Chelan Sports has what you need.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
Time now to take a look at tonight's sports report. I'm Grant Olson in for Eric Grandstrom. Well, the 2-week lead-up is just about over, and the NFL season will end Sunday with Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Kansas City will be the home team and is the defending champs, while San Francisco will be the visitors. Tickets start at over $6,000, with the most expensive seat for a front row ticket, are you ready? Nearly $44,000. Reba McEntire will perform the national anthem. Post Malone will perform America the Beautiful, while Usher will perform at halftime. The game will kick off at 3:30 on CBS. The Cougars and Huskies played a couple close Pac-12 men's basketball games last night. Washington State won its 4th in a row with a 64-58 victory at Oregon State. Jalen Wells led the Cougars with 24 points, but it was former Wenatchee Valley College Knight Isaac Jones who played a big part down the stretch.
They send 2 at Clough. Good look opposite. Ball movement to Wells. He's been on fire.
It's hard to not rotate to an open three-point shoot.
Tied up again. What a pass. Jones pays it off and give Clough the assist. Short clock situation. Not this time. Last touch by, it's saved by the Cougs. And they get a transition run out. Rice back to Winsue.
There's the unselfishness you talked about.
But you're right, 77% of the Beavs scoring from underclassmen this year. Kamani Winsu, backdoor find. And a foul. Isaiah Watts with a three-point chance when we come back to Corvallis. Wells to the corner, Rice for the lead. Jones on the weak side. Through traffic, through contact, and a free throw to follow for Isaac Jones.
Yeah, over Econo, he's coming to the top. We teased him.
In the Pacific Northwest, Abekwe missing again. Gets it back on the save. Bilodeau walks into a three, and the Beavs are not done yet. And again, we're talking on parallel tracks here. Yes, the Cougs continue to build a resume for March, but they're also very much in the hunt for the top spot.
Coach Kyle Smith was happy to see their second half adjustments help Washington State earn another tough Pac-12 victory.
Another great road effort by our guys. I thought we, first half, we were a little, credit to Oregon State, mixing defense, turned us over 8 times, but we were very fortunate. Jalen, I don't know what he had, 18, 20 in the first half. And we were fortunate to get in there with the lead. Second half, I thought Miles really settled us down. We took care of the ball better. We guarded really well both halves, to be honest. They can really score at home. And then Andre was able to make some big clutch shots down the stretch and get a great win for this team.
Meanwhile, Washington was down 20 points at Oregon and were almost able to come all the way back for the win. The Ducks held on for the 85-80 victory.
Jadrian Tracy's got 9. That's Mia. That's where he's been living most of the night.
Yeah, the young fella's going 100 miles an hour. Rich, he has to slow down a little bit. I think he's a little anxious to try to score.
Johnson and Mia. Wheeler set it in motion. Johnson running the baseline. Quendo. Tip from behind. Again. Another turnover. Wood. Wheeler looking for trailers. Wood open. 3 on the way. Got it.
Yeah, they're playing the clock game instead of just playing basketball.
Look at Wheeler go. Kick corner. Wood 3. Got it. Washington. Woo! Down 20. Now down 1. Clock's under 7. Tracy angling in. Good fake and score.
Nice patience, Rich. He took his time. Got Creon Brooks off his feet and was able to get the 2.
Leads back to 4. Crossover. Wheeler gives it off. Breidenbach scores it. Back down to 2. Wheeler pushes. Corner 3. Holland. Got it. Exactly what they needed. And Oregon feels like it will pull this one out. Johnson's 3 is off, and the Oregon Ducks survive an amazing comeback attempt by Washington. They were down 20.
Severe Wheeler had 16 points for the Huskies, while Keon Brooks scored 15. 4 of 5 Washington starters were in double figures. Coming up tomorrow, unranked Gonzaga has a tough test on the road at number 17 Kentucky. That game will tip off at 1 o'clock on CBS. The Cougars visit Oregon at 2 on the Pac-12 network. Washington plays at Oregon State at 4, also on the Pac-12 network. Eastern Washington also is in action. They're at home in Cheney to host Idaho at 4:30 on ESPN+. In Pac-12 women's play tonight, Washington hosts 6th-ranked Stanford at 7 o'clock, while Cal visits Pullman. You can find both those games on regional coverage from the Pac-12 network. Idaho is at Eastern tomorrow at 2 on ESPN+. 17th-ranked Gonzaga hosts Loyola Marymount at 2 o'clock, also on ESPN+. Sunday wraps up with Cal at Washington at noon, while Washington State hosts the Cardinal at 1 o'clock. Well, after over a week off for the All-Star break, the Seattle Kraken return to NHL play tomorrow. Seattle's in Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. The Kraken have some ground to make up in the second half of the season as they head into the weekend 6th in the Pacific Division with 52 points. That's 21 points behind division-leading Vancouver. The puck will drop tomorrow at 4 o'clock with the game only available on ESPN+ or Hulu. Meanwhile, the Wenatchee Wild are looking to snap a 3-game losing streak in Western Hockey League play tonight. Wenatchee's on home ice at the Town Toyota Center to host the Everett Silvertips at 7 o'clock. The Wild hit the road tomorrow for a game at Vancouver, also at 7. For tickets to tonight's game, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. You can follow the game, also all the action with Austin Droddy locally on the radio at 560 KPQ. Well, it's beginning to be that time in prep basketball where students and fans get to yell "On to State" this weekend. They'll have to wait a little longer for that in the District 6 1B girls tournament. Pateros and Waterville Mansfield were winners last night. The Nannies knocked off Eniat 61-34 to advance, while the Shockers toppled Soap Lake 56-14. Coming up tonight in the District 6 1B boys tournament at Moses Lake Christian, Riverside Christian plays Soap Lake at 6, followed by Waterville Mansfield and Moses Lake Christian at 7:30. The winners of tonight's game will play tomorrow night at 7:30 for the district title, while the losers will face off in a loser-out game also at 7:30 at Wenatchee High School. The District 6 2B boys tournament wraps up today at Omak High School. Manson faces Liberty Bell for 5th and 6th at 4:30. That's followed by Okanagan and Brewster for 3rd and 4th at 6. Tenasket faces Lake Roosevelt tonight at 7:30 for the district championship. The Big Nine wraps up the regular season this weekend with Eastmont hosting West Valley tonight at 5:30. Wenatchee's also home tonight to host Sunnyside, also at 5:30. The Eastmont girls will travel to Moses Lake tomorrow at 4:30, while Wenatchee visits Eisenhower. Heading into the weekend, Eastmont is tied with West Valley at 8-2 for second place in the Big Nine. The top two teams advance to the district championship. The Eastmont boys are in 3rd place heading into this weekend, trailing West Valley by 2 games for second. The Wildcats and Rams tip it up at Eastmont tonight at 7:30. Wenatchee takes its 0-17 record into its game tonight against Sunnyside. Tomorrow, Eastmont tips at Moses Lake at 6, while Wenatchee visits Ike. The District 6 2B girls tournament wraps up tomorrow at Omak High School. Manson and Liberty Bell face off for 5th and 6th place at 2 o'clock. That's followed by Lake Roosevelt and Tenasket for 3rd and 4th at 3:30. Brewster plays Okanagan for the district title at 6 o'clock. Wenatchee High School is the site for the District 6 1A Championships, with the girls going first at 6 o'clock as Chelan faces Kashmir. The boys' title game will tip at 8 o'clock, featuring Quincy and Omak. And that is a look at NCWLIFE sports. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you at the Apple Blossom Selection Pageant tomorrow night, and have a great weekend.